Well, weekend brings us to match number 5 of the RAMCO Kerala Premier League, where FC Kerala they square off against Luca Soccer Club at the EMS Stadium in Kohikode. Myself, Sohan Poddar, in the commentary box will be calling this game this evening from Kohikode, and chance for either of these teams to go into the top 2 with a win here. Given that LTS International Football Academy and FC Addicode drew the other day. This is the FC Kerala lineup. Lots of new names for us to learn as well. But from what we have heard from the team management, it seems like a 4-2-4. Bibin and Akhil on top. Abhishek is going to be on the whole, and Akhil PM and Joy as the defensive midfielders. Ranuf and Srijit will be the centre back pairings with the experienced Akhil on the left hand side of defence, and Safwan is going to be the right back, and Jitu is going to be between the sticks for FC Kerala as the head coach Mr. Ashish is, and of course the manager Stephen has said that they are confident of a good showing with an all-Indian lineup. Well, the notable names on the bench is the number 14 Jibin, and Rafid is the midfield option in case they decide to hold on to a lead. Sagar, Neeraj, Piyush, Johnny, even Amal all will be waiting to make debut in FC Kerala colours this season. And now over to the designated away side of the day is Luca Soccer Club. And these players over the course of the season, a chance for them to rub shoulders with some of the experienced players of the country as Arshad Rafi, Abdul Shahid. They get a start with some familiar names like Mohammad Lutaif, who was picked in the Badosa Cup, which was held in Assam, and young Sibin between the sticks. It's an interesting formation. We don't need to predict anything. We are going to learn about this team, the shape under their coach Nawaz Kevi as the season progresses. And this is the bench then. Junain, Liaquat, Ashwin, Mundas, Samil. Interesting to see when they comes on along with Joshua and Mohammad Ajmal and Ching Thaipo as well. The number 48 is an interesting player and certainly a man to keep an eye on. And what a lovely day, absolutely glorious weather out here in Kohikode as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, a great consequence in this part of the country. And talking about this for a while, absolutely rolled up in it fantastic numbers, even the roads and the areas outside the ground in an hour or two, maybe up to it. It has been bumper to bumper. The traffic has been extraordinary in the city of Kohikode, but the level of expectations are very, very high. These supporters who will be watching the game in our live feed in queue around the block for their tickets once the fans starts to enter the stadium due to the COVID restrictions. The matches was going to be played behind closed door. Unfortunately, a certain excitement among the fans from the day the KPL 2021 fixtures were being announced. Luca Soccer Club, a side in 2019-20, played in the Kerala Premier League and many All India level tournaments and showed the real possession football and finished just 1 point behind the champions of Kerala Premier League 2019 Kerala Blasters and won over Gokulam Kerala in the very first home match. And the academy side played in the very first Kerala Academy League as well. And the whole tournament will be remembered their remarkable performance in all categories. And because of the pandemic, Kerala Football Association could not complete the tournament. But for the upcoming season, Lucas Soccer Club is getting ready for various tournaments from next season onwards. The primary target is going to be the I League Division 2, and of course the All India Football Federation's Hero Futsal. And the inaugural edition of the competition was held in Delhi last month. Lucas Soccer Club prides itself on club's principle, being a Malappuram community sporting club that has its foundation built on the hard work of its players, families, volunteers, local supporters, and partnership with highly valued sponsors. While the senior club's ultimatum is to be consistently competitive and challenge for premiership, as they always endeavour to do this without compromising their underlying football culture and values. At one point of time, there was an unrealistic expectation among a lot of fans. One was that in the beginning the teams played with six foreign players in the Hero ISL. The standards seemed a lot better, and lots of people in the social media started to think that the ISL teams could win an AFC Champions League title, which is of course a pipe dream, because in Asian Continental Championship rules can't be changed. You've got to play with four foreigners, and one of them has to be an Asian origin player. So it becomes a level playing field, and unlike in cricket, where India calls the shots because of its financial clout, rules in football cannot be bent. It's not all that bleak, as new management always takes time to build in. Transition has been the key word spoke by the head coaches, and they want a faster movement from defense to midfield to attack. And today, Lucas Soccer Club, they have to do everything. They have to leave everything on the pitch. As the coach was saying, 90% efficiency is not going to be enough. And one must leave not 100 but 110%. And that effort is something that Indian football fans, the Indian football followers, have gotten used to seeing from the clubs. But ahead of them stands a team which is supremely confident. Both this side had a very dismal performance in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League's previous edition. Luca Soccer Club finishing fifth in Group A, and FC Kerala finishing at the bottom, just managed to collect 1 point from 5 matches. And Luca Soccer Club collected 5 points from 5 games. And their only win last season in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League, that came against FC Kerala, if I'm not mistaken. And that was a 3-0 victory for the side from Manjeri. They are also at the bottom in the score line Kerala Women's League as well, Luca Soccer Club. They will look for amendments in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League this time around, as they will be eager to climb up the lower dominions of the table. As FC Kerala shaped up in a 4-2-4. Jitu is the skipper, the goalkeeper, and the four at the back of Safwan, Ranuf, Srijit and Akhil. And the defensive midfielder Akhil PM. Two Akhils in the pitch. One is the number 25 and the other one the number 8. One is the left back and the other one the defensive midfielder. And Abhishek is going to be playing in that advanced attacking midfield role just behind the two strikers, Bibin and Akhil. And Salman and Joy going to be on both the flanks. Talking about Luca Soccer Club, it's a flat 4-4-2, a very basic 4-4-2, with Shihad and PV Vishnu up top. And the four in midfield is Zainul on the right hand side and Mohammad Lutaif on the left, the number 30. And Ashwin and Mohammad Ziad is going to be the two sitting midfielders. And Rafi is going to partner Abdul at the heart of defense, and Sahid, the skipper, is going to be the left full back. And Arshad, he likes to bomb up and down the pitch, a very attacking-minded player, the right full back. And Shibin continues to keep his place between the sticks for Luca Soccer Club. And chance for both the teams to showcase that this is the requirement of the hour for Indian football, and what a platform for them to show what they are made of. And even if a few of them go off and have a great career, then it is a massive, massive success, as it looks like if they play the football the right way, many of them will go on and have a long career in football, whether it is in the domestic league of the country, be it in the Hero I League or the Hero ISL, and even in the European football circuit as well. We are all set, and FC Kerala gets us underway here. This is match number 6 in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League, and we are live on the YouTube channel of Sportscast India from the EMS Stadium in Kohikor. And EMS ground, of course, has been the home of so many Hero I League matches that Gokulam Kerala play their home games on this very particular ground. And every time the players and the scouts have flocked and always looking to find the next star. And this is the platform. This is that league, a tradition that may long continue in Indian football. And FC Kerala against the Luca Soccer Club. And FC Areekode will look to take the ball out wide as they did against IFA. The same way, FC Kerala looking to attack using their wings, taking the ball out wide where Luca Soccer Club's midfield protection is limited. They're getting the feel of the ball in the early stages. The team in red, FC Kerala, last season's bottom place side. They were placed in Group A last season as well. They will be looking for a positive start this time around. They began their journey, and the club was formed in way back in 2014. An early ball sent in from Luca Soccer Club. Here is Arshad playing it to the left. A lovely 1-2. The flag has stayed down. No, in fact, it's gone up. And Shihad is offside. They are finding those gaps from the wings, playing that old school channel balls in Luca Soccer Club. Lovely footwork there, generating a lot of pace from the left flank. It's a missed clearance. A pace on the ball just a bit too much. The defender couldn't wrap his leg round. Now holding up play is PB Vishnu. Twisting and turning Vishnu, leaving it out wide in the middle for Salman. Salman has been hustled off the ball. And now Luca Soccer Club with possession. He's Shahid, the skipper. Shahid, he likes to join the overlap, provide an extra body in attack. Got to see how much of that is possible, especially with flying players Salman and Joy on either side, as they are looking to rebuild from behind. That was a nice idea. This time wide on the far right, he's got a man running inside him, still keeps hold of the ball, plays it back to his support, that is Zainul. Ashwin, Rafi, number 15 Abdul, carrying the ball into the attacking half and now going for that adventurous pass forward, and the attacker makes himself available. Still onto the ball, goes past a couple of challenges, pull back is alive, and it's cleared away in the exchange of a corner kick. But brilliant footwork there, attacks the byline, goes in between two players, manages to put the ball in. Just stepping in at the right time was the FC Kerala defender Ranuf, and avoiding the danger in the form of a corner kick. The corner kick taken short. And here is Zainul getting involved. Good one-touch build-up, but the final touch coming off a FC Kerala man, and the sting of the ball was removed. Eventually becomes comfortable for goalkeeper Jitu to collect. No pace on the ball. Srijit stretching, playing it in field. Not the greatest of the passes. Lucas Soccer Club giving away possession, and now FC Kerala in between two players, skips past three shirts, but he's lost out, trying to do too much on his own. Could have released it half a second earlier. Now muscled away in an illegal way was Joy. A free kick in favor of FC Kerala. Look at that. And that was a full-on body check just above the halfway line from Mohammad Rafi. Just tilting onto Joy. Referee awarding a free kick to FC Kerala. Clearance not very convincing. And now Akhil. Good link-up play, but snatched away by Mohammad Ziad. Luca Soccer Club Back on the ball, Shahid. The give and go not working out. The pass was too long and asking too much of the left full back. Kerala United, 3 years after its inception, they made their debut in the I League Division 2. And FC Kerala claimed victory in the first match after overcoming Fateh Hyderabad by 2-1. 2019-20 Second Division League, FC Kerala played 7 matches in Group C and earned 9 points, but later pulled out due to the financial crisis. Rolls it across to his defensive partner, that was Srijit, unable to control, seeing plenty of the ball in the early stages. Luca Soccer Club, both the teams midfield yet to settle down. Zainul nodding it behind for Abdul. Rafi. Rafi's got Arshad to his right, and Arshad is being picked out. A bit of a miscommunication, and also a first touch a bit poor, contributing to that misclearance. FC Kerala with the throw-in, a bad first touch. And FC Kerala is a crowd-funded venture with the aim of reaching out to football fans in the state, and better than predecessors who hit financial crisis. The name FC Kerala was set up to make it Kerala's own club, and Narayana Menon, CEO of the club, said that its main aim is to become a football team of the people. They used the Thrissur Municipal Corporation Stadium as their home ground. That is exactly the venue where the scoreline Kerala Women's League matches are being played at present. The game is about to start now. That is going to be between Ekkadathan Raja Football Academy and Gokulam Kerala. And Gokulam Kerala's dominance continues in women's category as well. They are the champions of the Hero Indian Women's League, and just a win away from bagging their first ever Kerala Women's League title. Gokulam Kerala, also the defending champions of the RAMCO Kerala Premier League. They have lifted the state championship title twice. The other team who also did the same is SBT, Thiruvananthapuram. Both these teams lifted the Kerala Premier League twice. This is RAMCO Kerala Premier League's 9th edition. And Eagles FC were the champions of the inaugural edition of Kerala Premier League. That was way back in 2013. And then back-to-back title victories by SBI Kerala, 2014 and 2015, peak season for them. And 2016, Kerala State Electricity Board were the champions, and Kerala State Electricity Board were the runners-up of last season. And that was an attempt from distance by Shihad. I saw the goalkeeper slightly advanced, but couldn't control his shot, and that went flying over the goal post. And goal kick taken very quickly. Both the teams very watchful in the opening hours, just testing waters in the early stages before dipping their toes into it. None of the midfield been able to impose themselves. It's been a very cagey affair in the first 10 minutes. Here is Jitu. Jitu playing the perfect diagonal on the left side, the flank, which is being manned by Arshad of Gokulam Kerala. That's Abdul's ball. Mohammad Rafi clips it over the defensive barrier of FC Kerala, but there was plenty of protection available. Nodding it behind to his goalkeeper, number 18, Srijit D. And now with the ball is the number 25. And that was Safwan. The full backs you can see are pushing higher up the pitch in order to create more passing angles in the midfield. The central defensive midfielder Ashwin dropping in the space created between the two centre halves. That is Rafi and Shahid. They are splitting to the width of the 18-yard box. The central space vacated is being filled in by Ashwin, the number 17. Very tactical. And that's a nice ball. Plenty of gap. Takes it into his stride. This kind of difficult angle to go for goal from. Now getting in behind very cleverly. That was the number 11, Shihad. There was no waiting in the middle, which forced him to test the goalkeeper from a very difficult angle, but couldn't keep his shot on target. He was not in control of that shot. A bit awkward for him. Also fell onto his weak left side. Oh, nicely done there. Buying a yard, but overplayed it. Getting numbers behind the ball. The Luca Soccer Club is safety first. Here's the approach from Mr. Nawaz and his side. And the Group A starting off brilliantly as SAT stamping their authority in the opening game. That was a 7-0 victory over the Real Malabar Football Club, followed by a mouth-watering, enthralling 2-all draw between IFA and FC Code. Plenty of gap. First time cross is available for Shihad, who couldn't connect and just gone over. And what a chance for Luca Soccer Club. Within the first 12 and a half odd minutes. That was a sensational delivery. Delivered into the box from the right hand side. He just had to tap it in, Shihad. Mistiming his run marginally. And a corner for Luca Soccer Club. Corner delivered. The number 8 trying to control it. That is Akhil PM. And now they're moving the ball forward. Here's Joy. But Joy has got Muhammad Rafi onto him. And Rafi cushions it behind to his goalkeeper Shibin. Recognized Thrissur-based fan club by the name Red Warriors has been in support of FC Kerala since 2017. The Municipal Corporation Stadium has seen an average attendance close to 15,000. 2020, FC Kerala announced that they are opening a residential football academy in Thrissur. And now currently the club runs a soccer school in Thrissur. That's going to be too much kept in play, and not really. Has gone out for a goal kick. From Kohikode, Thrissur, over 100 kilometers drive. It is very much the midpoint between Ernakulam and Kohikode, Thrissur. And all the three venues, Ernakulam, Thrissur and Kohikode, occupied with women's and men's football. As this beautiful state of Kerala going through a football fest with Sportscast India very much being the home of RAMCO Kerala Premier League and Scoreline Kerala Women's League. All the matches are live and exclusive on the YouTube channel of Sportscast India. Kerala Football Association also, with this achievement, becomes the first state in India to enter into a long-term holistic agreement for the development of football in the state. And as a part of KFA's strategic plan to develop the game in the state, a new professional football club will be launched, which will provide employment annually to a minimum of 200 players and opportunities for the head coaches, and also further improve the sporting potential of Kerala players. Now the ball rolls it down the line for Shivan. Shivan shaping up. That's a good diagonal. He was looking for Vishnu. Vishnu losing his balance. Referee awards a goal kick to FC Kerala. Even though Vishnu is not very much happy with the referee's decision, he was expecting a foul. Now the referee feels he went down too easily. The number 12. That was a great diagonal ball played inside from Shivan. Ranoof. Ranoof hoisted long. It's been collected by the number 10, Abhishek. He's got tremendous uh, action in terms of football in him. A couple of half chances for Luca Soccer Club. Their ambition will be to convert them into proper chances. And FC Kerala yet to enter Luca Soccer Club's box, yet to test goalkeeper Shivin. A couple of shots already fired in by Shihad of Luca Soccer Club. And there he is on the ball, always hugging the touchline. Wide on the far left, and under pressure was the number 7 Zainul, but still managing to stay strong and play the ball towards his own teammate. That was a high boot. Referee giving a free kick to FC Kerala. That is Akhil, the right full back, playing it short. Maybe they will look to whip it into the box. Not quite. FC Kerala, the clubs under 13, under 15, and the under 18 team have participated in the respective All India Football Federation's Youth I League tournaments, while the under 9 and under 10 and under 11 play in the regional AIFF's Baby League tournaments. The various age divisions of FC Kerala play at the Thrissur Corporation Stadium, St. Aloysius School Ground, and Sri Kerala Verma College Ground. Those are the two venues. And the head coach, of course, of FC Kerala, Mr. Nawaz. He's, he was the head coach of Lakshadweep in the Santosh Trophy. They are planning something from deep. Joy looks up once and delivers. Plenty of joy down the right is being found, but fails to keep it in play. That was a bit of a heavy first touch from Sijit, who was joining attack, going in the overlap. But Joy from the middle of the park looks up once and definitely finding some joy with that inch perfect diagonal ball. And now one touch build up from Lucas Soccer Club, taking a tumble. He is back on his feet, launching it long. Zainul, Shishad, he was covered well by Ranuf. Backing into a Lucas Soccer Club player. Free kick just above the halfway line. Hits a FC Kerala player. And FC Kerala And Luca Soccer Club positioned themselves brilliantly. Oh, a nice drag back from Salman, but the pass not in contrary to the work done before. They're getting there, FC Kerala. It's just the passes going missing in the final third. Another great ball, but Rihan is offside once again. Just trying to play off the shoulder of the last man, Ranuf in defense. This particular tournament of RAMCO Kerala Premier League encourages bravery and courageous play. If you are supporting the red of FC Kerala, it puts you through a range of emotions. As I was having a word with Nawaz once, the head coach of Lucas Soccer Club, and he mentioned how the club is growing since its inception, and the primary target is to be a supply line for the national team and also for India's top tier domestic league. So many players from the academy of FC Kerala. They got job in several departments and also being picked by the ISL and the I League teams. And primary among them is Sachin Suresh, the Kerala Blasters player. Jitin MS, picked by Gokulam Kerala for the I League. Sreyash played for Indian Navy in the Durand Cup this season in Kolkata. And Hari Krishna as well played for Indian Navy in the Durand Cup. We saw Hari Krishna play for Chennai City FC last season in the Hero I League. And Arjun of Kerala Police and Ubaid, former Kerala FC Gokulam Kerala goalkeeper. And Ubaid also plied his trade for one of the Kolkata Giants, East Bengal. Shri Kutan, a Kerala Blasters player. Lots of big names in there. FC Kerala, a professional football club owned by FC Kerala Sports Limited. They are developing players from the youth development program to the senior team. And Jitin MS was the first transfer in Kerala within a transfer fee. Mr. Ashish, the head coach of FC Kerala, is the head coach of Lakshadweep in the Santosh Trophy, as I have mentioned before. And here they come. This time over the top, expertly brought down by Bibin. But that was a tame right footer in the end. And goalkeeper Shibin made his ground quite comfortably. There was no power on the shot. Had that well covered. Slightly under pressure, heavy touch. Bibin wins it in a great area, and now Bibin, he's got options on both sides. Picks out the latter in the form of Joy. Bibin is in the center. He's got options behind him in Srijit. Srijit finding some space for the cross in towards the back post. Defender getting ahead on it. That was Abdul with that flick back and corner for FC Kerala. First promising build-up and all starting from Bibin winning that ball high into the opposition's area and then launching a quick build-up, releasing the number 24 Joy on the right hand side, then Joy playing it back to the right back who made his way on the overlap. That was Srijit. Srijit makes a yard for himself and sending a teasing delivery towards the back post, which was headed behind by Abdul. The goalkeeper seems to be in trouble. And the Kerala player Mohammad Rafi is receiving treatment. A bit of an awkward landing. Discussions going around. Five players in red inside the box. A couple of players are also loitering outside the area. Their primary target will be to capitalize on the loose ball. In comes the corner, delivered towards the back post. Red shirt getting there. Tried to lay it back for Srijit. This time, a Luca Soccer Club player got in the way. And now they will look to regroup. And almost getting caught in their passing drills at the back, but still not sacrificing to their principle of building from behind. And that was a fine interception, cutting that one out high up and then advancing into the Lucas Soccer Club area. Bibin, very easy to figure him out on the pitch with that bald head. A very patient FC Kerala. They are trying to probe, getting their rhythm back. The team in red, even though Lucas Soccer Club had the better exchanges and the early doors. But now, slowly and steadily, AFC Kerala looking to fight back. The first 10 minutes, it was all about Lucas Soccer Club. But FC Kerala got away with the passage of play and early on. Since the last 5 and 6 minutes, they seem to be getting onto their own, the team in red. Here is Bibin, couldn't control it. Rolls behind towards runoff. Runoff involving Jitu. Jitu will take his time. A lot of time afforded to the FC Kerala defenders. Some of them in Shihad and Vishnu got to put their body weights above Ranuf and Safwan and make sure both the centre backs don't have a free game. That's a free kick for Lucas Soccer Club. And Zainul, he will be delivering this one. Both the teams playing their opening game of the season. Lucas Soccer Club got to remind themselves of their heroic start last campaign against FC Kerala. And a free kick is delivered. He went for goal. That was an ambitious attempt. And Lucas Soccer Club got plenty of bodies in the box. Deciding to go on all on his own. He was within his rights to do so, but I think a cross from there on would have been a better idea. As referee blows the whistle and we are into the first drinks break of this evening. It's pretty humid out here in the Kohikor. Now we feel the heat every time we do commentary in the Hero I League during Gokulam Kerala's home games. It's very balmy out here in Kohikor. And the number 15 not seem to be very happy with the way things are going at the back for his side. Abdul committing a big blunder, giving away possession very cheaply to Bibin. But the cross delivered by Sijit was not up to the mark, resulting into a comfortable clearance by Abdul. It's still locked at 0-0 on the half-hour mark. This is game number 6 in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League, and the other game, of course, going away in the Ernakulam. Tomorrow, IFA will be up against Real Malabar, and all the matches going to be live on Sportscast India. Launching it long, but out of play. All those passes from behind actually not finding its mark. The distance between midfield and attack, you can see quite a big gap, but nicely done there. This could well be the first opening. Checks back onto his left. A good layoff. Cross comes in. Up goes the header. And it's off target. That was a pinpoint cross delivered by Arshad. And went up for the header was PV Vishnu. Not on target. But nonetheless, a very decent build-up. An excellent leap from Vishnu inside the box. In between two defenders. Had that been on target, could have been challenging for Jitu. Another foul. Free kick conceded very cheaply in a very promising area. This is something Luca Soccer Club got to try and avoid, giving away set piece opportunities to FC Kerala in dangerous areas. That was the incident. Referee was pretty close to the incident. The challenge from behind. Very lucky to get away with that challenge was Ashwin. Nothing comes from this particular set piece. And now can they make something of this FC Kerala? Another high interception from Salman. And the passes gone missing in the final third. They're running out of ideas, FC Kerala. Yet to get into the rhythm. And whenever there is a player with the ball at the middle, no off the ball running, his attempt from distance saved. Bibin couldn't control it first time. Shahid, Abdul. Keeping the ball very patiently and trying to draw out FC Kerala. They're winning those high balls. This can prove to be very costly. And now peeling away from his marker is Abhishek. Shifting back onto his right side. But a very loose pass. And now it's been picked up. Ashwin. Marauding forward is Vishnu. Vishnu got a defender in the way. And nice shielding by Akhil. Lucas Club, they have emphasized the club's mission and vision, its desire and commitment to develop homegrown players, the local football players for the Indian national team. The club's mission and vision will play a significant role in the football club and how it will strive to establish itself among the best category football clubs in India for player productivity with a reputation of excellent holistic care of both players and staffs. That was a high cross, went out of play. Lucas Soccer Club will identify, recruit and develop the best local players throughout the foundation, youth and professional development phases with the aim of producing first team footballers for the football club. And the club grooms and produces international standard footballers for the Indian national team. In the last season, the club took part in the state's Premier Division, the Kerala Premier League, in the Kerala Academy League as well, and many other All India level invitational tournaments. Recently, they have played in the Bodosa Cup in Assam, where they defeated FC Kerala in the finals by a narrow 1 goal. This particular venue also hosted the Hero Senior Women's National Football Championship Manipur defeating the Railways in the final. Manipur winning the title for the 21st time. And now a break could be on here for Luca Soccer Club. Nicely done. Escapes the challenge. Skips past a couple of red shirts. Shouts of penalty not given. Now they're increasing numbers. The door opens up down the right. While the defender Akhil saw the danger and quickly closing him down and not allowing him to release the ball for Arshad on the right. Whenever they're moving forward, Lucas Soccer Club, they're moving very quickly. On the flip side, FC Kerala looking to launch a very quick counter press while not in possession of the ball before the opposition could get into a passing sequence. And watching FC Kerala play is almost a lesson in football, a lesson in coaching, especially Bibin. He's surrounded by two yellow shirts, but Bibin with a turn of pace got his foot in. He's a defender of Lucas Soccer Club, that is Muhammad Rafi. Throw-in will be taken short. He's got two options in Abhishek and Joy. Picked out Bibin instead, and Bibin very cleverly winning a free kick from this far side. And the number 11, the responsibility lies on his shoulder in progressing the ball for his team. He's well known for his rapid switch of play from the center into the wings. It doesn't give much time to the opposition defenders to shift manpower out wide. And now Ashwin delivers, and comfortable collection for Shivin. And look at that. Delivery was pretty much flat and comfortable height for goalkeeper Shivin. A certain calmness that Ashwin adds in the middle of the park for FC Kerala. So easy to see. Another ball threaded forward, but offside is Shishat. Mistiming his run. And the Lucas Soccer Club player seems to be in pain. Lucas Soccer Club last campaign, starting their Kerala Premier League journey with a 3-0 victory over the same club FC Kerala, and then drew 0-0 against Sports Academy of Tirur. Lost to Kerala Police by 1-0, and that entertaining 2-2 draw against Basco. Also lost against Gokulam Kerala by a slender goal. They managed to get to one win, a couple of losses and a couple of draws, finishing in 5th in Group A by collecting only 5 points. On the flip side, FC Kerala, they managed to collect just 1 point, failed to win a single game, drew 1 and lost 4, and maintained a goal difference of -14. That only draw was against Kerala Police, and it lost to Gokulam Kerala by 5-2. That was the second high-scoring game of last season's Kerala Premier League's edition, and the other one, of course, were between Golden Threads FC and Kerala United, and that ended 6-1. We had a 7 goals thriller already early this season, and that game played between Sports Academy Tirur and Real Malabar Football Club. That's 7-0. And SAT at present on top of the points chart in Group A with a goal difference of +7. Still plenty of games to go. Both the groups consisting of 11 teams, and the top 2 will progress to the semi-final round, and the bottom place teams will be relegated to the second division. That's a great chance, not allowing him to deliver the cross, but his foot was nowhere near to the ball, That was a pretty close call. A referee looks and then looks away. Shihad and now Abdul enjoying lion's share of possession. Luca Soccer Club, but they got to make it count. At the same time, they got to be careful with their profligacy in conceding goals in the first half. 4 minutes of regulation time left in this first half. It's nil-nil. Just one chance that came to Shihad from Arshad's cross, and the other one which was headed away by Vishnu. The two clear-cut scoring opportunities, both of them falling in favor of Luca Soccer Club and FC Kerala. Not been able to trouble Luca Soccer Club so far, apart from that one cross from Srijit, which was headed behind by Abdul. Nothing so far going forward, even though the team in red managed to snap up possession multiple times in the opposition area, but failed to make it count. Another very cheap giveaway. That short pass falling short of his man and has been robbed by Bibin. The distribution has been a major issue for FC Kerala. They are winning the balls quite brilliantly by applying high press, but the final passes is something which has gone missing. And FC Luca Soccer Club, despite the high press applied by FC Kerala, are not getting overrun in defense. And they look to press high and outnumber Luca Soccer Club at the back. And they have the freedom of a double pivot in midfield in Akhil and Salman, allowing the two central midfielders, the free eights, to push higher up the pitch and get into their natural regions. As FC Kerala look to build up moves by using their creating force, that is Bibin. The ball clipped into the box, into no man's land. The ball just eventually drops way ahead of the attacker, but close to the goalkeeper. Uh, 96 goals in 33 matches last season we've had in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League. Not a single game so far ended in a nil-nil draw. This is the only game probably we haven't had a goal in the first half. Still 1.5 minutes of regulation time left. An injury to Joy. A run-off seems like of FC Kerala, the centre back, and he will be receiving treatment. It's not easy playing in this weather conditions, but these players are accustomed to playing in conditions like this. It's been a very cagey affair, but in terms of invention, in terms of creating chances, Lucas Soccer Club had an upper hand in the first half. That was the FC Kerala bench. Mr. Rashish is on his seat. He will be happy with the fact that his team haven't conceded yet, but at the same time, they failed to muster up something going forward. Even though the intent is there, they have shown glimpses of how they can create havoc. But they had the ball in promising positions in the final third. It's only that they couldn't breach the Lucas Soccer Club defense. And a couple of minutes added on by the fourth official. The pace of the game has been very slow in the first half. Maybe the weather is playing a part. Both the teams with a very similar style of play. A couple of passes among themselves and then going for that long pass forward. We saw a few punts upfield looking to go direct in FC Kerala using their centre backs. But Luca Soccer Club trying to exploit the wings using the pace of Shihad on the left and Muhammad Lutaif down the right. And now Salman, he's got great control and trying to take on the number 17, not managing to do so. And Ashwin making his ground brilliantly and now bringing his body between the ball and the man, just forcing the opposition to commit a foul on him. That was Zainul. It is going to be the last bit of action in the first half. Zainul trying to arrow it towards Shihad. Abdul also made his way forward. A bit of an awkward bounce, but calculating it in the end. And referee blows the whistle. And that's the end of the first half. It's 0-0 between FC Kerala and Lucas Soccer Club, even though FC Kerala started the game on high, creating a couple of half chances and then those two golden chances that fell to Shihad and Vishnu's header, also missing the target from Arshad's cross. FC Kerala still looking for that one incisive pass to break the Lucas Soccer Club Football Club down. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We will be back as soon as the second half resumes. Till then, stay tuned. Welcome back to the live coverage of the RAMCO Kerala Premier League from the EMS Stadium, Kohikor. It's been a goalless first half, but a couple of glorious chances for Luca Soccer Club that they failed to convert. We are back with the second half action. The referee blows the whistle, and this time Luca Soccer Club getting us underway in yellow. They will be operating from the left to right of your screen, and the team in red, FC Kerala, will be operating from the right to left. Well, football teams suffer, football teams celebrate, football teams must also endure. Sometimes the mystery of football is not a problem to solve, it is a reality to experience. It is the class for the Titans. This game is as regular as the tides in Kerala, but somehow a football game always feels new, different, and unexpected. Another exciting 45 minutes lie ahead of us. There's a fine through ball, man in the center. He goes on his own. Seems like the referee has given a goal kick, so no deflection. But look at that for a pass. Great forward ball, generating pace from the left hand side. Try to keep it on target. Vishnu. This time, Jitu playing it short. And FC Kerala playing out from the back. That's a very cheap giveaway. Abdul. Shibin. This is Mohammad Rafi. Abdul spreading out wide. Plays it in field for Ashwin. Just urging the number 7 Zainul to come close to the ball. No changes made by either of the head coaches. Here is Bibin. He was not enjoying in the first half playing in that particular role, given the kind of pressure he's been under by Lucas Soccer Club's midfielders. Let's see how he plays in the second. Haven't been eventful in the first 45 minutes. This particular lad is going to have a huge role to play in his team's fortune this season. Abhishek takes free kick very quickly. Bibin sending the cross in early. A defender got in the way. Abdul getting his head to it. He was fouled as well. And FC Kerala's best performance in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League. That was in 2018, 3 seasons back. They managed a top 4 finish. And Indian Navy were the winners of the Kerala Premier League that season. The ISL side, Kerala Blasters, also tasted a success when it comes to 2019. Just working the ball from left to right, a very slow tempo. The passes getting very predictable. Trying to keep things compact at the back, Lucas Soccer Club. And as soon as they cross midfield, they try to make players available and increase the pace of the game. And FC Kerala were pressing a lot high in the first half, and that is Akhil. He was brought down by that extended foot from Zainul, who is pleading innocence. A trailing leg catching the number 8. We'll try and have a closer look at the incident, what happened. And now he's on his feet. That looks perfectly okay. and maybe clipped his ankles. Mr. Ashish, an experienced manager, they have been defensively doing the job, but while going forward, been a bit of an issue for his boys. Abhishek bursting in field, and now number 7, Salman was interested, stolen away. Ashwin trying to control the tempo of the game and organize midfield. And if they keep pressing high, FC Kerala, they are going to drain out. In the last 15 minutes, you would see tired legs around. That is the phase where Luca Soccer Club will look to exploit. Cross comes in, decent pace on it, headed clear. Shouts of handball not given. Zainul working it to the left. Comes back inside. He's got Bipin upon him. Ashwin holding their positions very well. And if Lucas Soccer Club are struggling to find a way out, every time they're making inroads towards the final third, they eventually have to come back, take help from their defense, regroup and rebuild. Yes, Safwan. His pass is intercepted. And Arshad tracking the run. Safwan. He's got Bibin inside him. That was a tight space to put the ball in from. Eventually getting a deflection. Reading the pass very well. Number 8, Akhil, cutting that one out very quickly. Those two lines are pretty deep in terms of their defensive shape. FC Kerala, Ranoof and Akhil. And now the defensive midfielder dropping into the gap. Akhil PM. And that's a free kick. A foul on Salman. Substitution.
Substitution for FC Kerala.
And FC Kerala also making a substitution.
Total Jabito is replaced by guest number 14, Jibin.
Number 14, Zibin. That's the word from the sideline. Zibin coming in. And he has replaced Joy. And the number 24, Joy, failed to generate any kind of joy for his team this evening on the pitch. They're struggling to test Abdul and Rafi and FC Kerala. Failed to test them much. Nawaz will be wanting his troops to test them more often from open play. There's the gap for the cross, and it comes and out it goes. Easy pickings for FC Kerala defense. It's a bit congested out there in the middle. They're getting plenty of numbers behind the ball, FC Kerala. Luca Soccer Club with a high line in defense, as you can see. The two stopper backs, Rafi and Abdul, and how high, just near the halfway mark. Bibin is the only player chasing them. A lower line of engagement in terms of the forward line from FC Kerala. But that's a brilliant ball slipped in for Shihat. Excellent tracking back at the same time. He was aware to the danger. Played it out. Luca Soccer Football Club. They are successfully running more than 30 plus soccer school centers in different districts in Kerala. They have over 2,000 plus players in their academy and team, and they have been growing at about 25% over the last 3 years. Over the last two seasons, have seen the biggest growth, and they are predicting the biggest increase in players ever in 2021 on the back of a stellar 2022, which saw four of their six competitive sides play finals, and three of those teams played in the grand finals, with two teams winning and becoming the champions. Their membership currently is set at rupees 260. In 2020, they aim to increase the number to 5,000 members in the next 5 years. They target to play in the I-League Division 2, in the All India Football Federation's Youth League, AIFF's Futsal Tournament, another town championship. Their target will be to play in the Hero I League by 2022. That is the upcoming season. That's a very sharp turn, nimble footwork, great pace inside the box, narrow angle, but missed the chance by a whisker. Just gone wide. That was a brilliant run from behind. Completely taking the FC Kerala defense by surprise, and opted to place it to the far post. Missed by a whisker. Another chance for Luca Soccer Club. Goes begging. A great turn of pace by the number 17 Ashwin. He has just shown what he is made of. It will be difficult for FC Kerala if they continues to play this way. It's going to be very, very difficult to toil for the next 33 minutes. As you can already see, some tired legs around. That is bound to happen. They have pressed a lot more higher in the first half. Worked tirelessly without the ball. That's a clumsy challenge. Or Zainul. Game management is so crucial, especially when you play in this kind of weather conditions. They made those runs especially without any purpose. Now Luca Soccer Club are looking menacing down the wings. Zainul, he is shaping up for a long shot from about 30 yards out. Here goes Zainul and his stake. Couldn't apply the right technique. Goal kick for FC Kerala. And also making a change. Shamil will be coming in, the number 33, replacing Zainul.
Substitution for Luca Soccer Club.
A like for like substitution.
Sign now be replaced by this number 33, Samir.
That's a menacing run, cutting in from his left side, coming to the middle. Inverted run by Safwan. And now the door opens up down the right, but excellent tracking back by the youngster. He saw the danger and quickly reacted. Very hot on the heels of Shahil. A nice exchange here. Incisive passing from Luca Soccer Club. In comes the cross. Comes off a Lucas FC Kerala player. They will have to reboot once again from this sort of an area. Abdul. Shahid. They are slowly and steadily getting into the mood. Lucas Soccer Club. Desperate to break the deadlock on the hour mark. No goals yet here in the MS Stadium in Kohikor. Plays it in field. Shrugs off a challenge. And up from his centre back position. Looking to create room for the shot. A nice close control. This time the decision goes against Lucas Soccer Club. The partnership between KFA and the scoreline at the consortium is confident that with this partnership, the Kerala football ecosystem will see a cumulative investment of close to rupees 350 crores across the period and see numerous new opportunities for sports professionals and aspiring players, as the agreement is aimed at further enhancing the existing value of KFA's footballing properties and creating new opportunities for players, not just for the players, but also for the aspiring coaches as well, through new competitions and events across the whole calendar year. Over 300 direct and close to 500 indirect employment opportunities will be created through the partnership. That's a deep ball out of play. Couldn't get the right curl on the free kick to keep it in. But the best chance of the second half was created by Ashwin with his lung-busting run. Left Akhil behind him, but couldn't trouble the score line. Another high interception. And equally a solid challenge from Muhammad Rafi. Safwan in making that high interception. Moving in forward very aggressively in Lucas Soccer Club. Pressing ahead. Organization and transition are the two words being used by the managers nowadays, and interviews are splattered with those two footballing terms. And now under pressure, he's been surrounded by Salman. Manages to come out of the sticky situation. Now down on the deck is Salman. The referee just asking him to get up. And now calling the medical team in. He will be needing treatment, the number 7. It hasn't been eventful in the second 45 minutes as yet. There's still 26 minutes of play left. The second half has been bereft of any kind of clear-cut chances apart from that one falling to Ashwin. And Mr. Ashish just wondering what is going wrong for his team in the field of play. Creativity is lacking up top. Bibin, so far he's been devoid of service. not getting the greater kind of support from his midfield or the nearby attackers. Now Luca Soccer Club, they are trying to gain the momentum through their skipper Shahid. Shot cross comes in, easily dealt with by FC Kerala defense. Takes it onto his right foot, ball is bobbing. Tried to kill the bounce, quickly doubled up. Jitin was tracking back Jibin, protecting his fullback. Bibbins couldn't touch it first time. The ball just running behind him. High press from Abhishek, comfortably playing it out. They haven't been able to make something meaningful from all the possession that they have had. Whatever little possession FC Kerala has, they will have to make that count. Losing out on the ball is Swijit. The defender comes to the rescue, puts it out into touch. That was Ranuf coming across and covering Shihad. Another game coming up tomorrow in Group B, where Altius International will be playing their second game. After that, a high voltage 2-all draw against FC Areekode, conceding early in the second half, but what a remarkable comeback from that free kick in the tying quarters of the game. That will give them confidence when they take on Real Malabar Football Club tomorrow. Real Malabar will be taking on Altius International on the back of a defeat in their opening game. That too into the hands of Sports Academy of Tirur. Sports Academy of Tirur. And off to a flyer already. That's it for Akhil for the day. Number 32, Rafid, comes on. Akhil will play no further part in this game. Trying to turn, buys a yard, sends a cross in. Bibin. No red shirts inside. That was a pretty high cross.
Substitution for FC Kerala. Jersey number 8, Akhil PMS replaced by
High interception from Rafid once again. Advancing into the opposition area, FC Kerala.
Jersey number
Neeraj.
Akhil PM replaced by jersey number 33, Neeraj K. Ramesh.
And Neeraj also coming in. And that's the gap. It's a brilliant through ball, and now he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Favorable bounce just when he was about to pull the trigger. But the goalkeeper perfectly placed at his near post. And Jitu making no mistake and managing to save the blushes at his near post. And what a chance wasted by Shihad. That was a wonderful through pass. The fourth time in this game, Luca Soccer Club failing to capitalize onto the mistakes of FC Kerala. Failed to convert their chances. They might have to pay the price. Another revised ball gets the return. This time the offside flag has gone up. Neeraj Ramesh, a new forward brought in by FC Kerala. Those two up top of Luca Soccer Club, Vishnu and Shihad, pretty much static attackers, completely opposite to that of FC Kerala. Their front four much more fluid, uh, including Bibin, Akhil and Abhishek. Joy as well had a decent game. Now wins the header. Abhishek quickly closed down. No foreign players fielded by either of the sides. I was having a word with the management of Luca Soccer Club, and how they mentioned that due to a financial crisis, they decided not to field any foreign players. They are relying on the local talents mostly and giving them a platform to showcase their talent so that they can
Substitution
take a
for
big leap
Luca Soccer Club.
to a bigger stage.
Jersey number 66
All the
replaced
scouts
by
and managers of top
number
clubs of the
22,
country
Johnny
keeping an
Fernandez.
eye on this state league competitions. And Joshua,
11 replaced by
he will be
Shihab,
summoned,
jersey number
and Shihad makes way for him.
11 Shihab replaced by jersey number 99
Could have been a hat trick for Shihad by now, given the kind of chances he missed. Joshua replacing him, the number 99. That's the third change. Second, in fact, made by Lucas Soccer Club. FC Kerala making 3 changes. Oh, look at the amount of space ahead of him to burn calories. Now he attacks the byline, stops, waiting for players to arrive inside the box, using outside of his boot. That's a wayward pass, and now counter could be on. Is Bibin. He's got a player running inside him. Bibin deciding to go on his own. It's still Bibin. Shown a bit too much of the ball in the end. And easily defended by Lucas Soccer Club. Showing good burst of speed. The number 11, but once again, the decision making in the final third is gone lacking so far in this till this 72 minute for FC Kerala. Neeraj Ramesh leaves it for the number 2 to take over. Safwan, he was brought down. Now FC Kerala have a free kick. Now can they make something of this? Right under the nose of the head coach, Mr. Ashish, who is now up on his feet, feeling the requirement to step up and say a few words. And Safwan takes the free kick towards Bibin. It's cleared away. Very compact at the back, Lucas Soccer Club. Both Rafi and Abdul, they haven't put a foot wrong so far. FC Kerala struggling to break them down. Akhil deciding to let's fly. That was ambitious. And you can see certain desperation among Lucas Soccer Club players, and why not? Oh, they lost it out in a very important area. Abhishek tried to play in Bibin. Solid challenge. Solid challenge from Mohammad Rafi. Back to Bibin on the half turn. Tried to slide it for Neeraj Bhandari. Neeraj Ramesh. But once again, Lucas Soccer Club defense stood tall there. It was a delicate touch. Tried to complete the triangle. Not working off as we enter the last quarter of the game between FC Kerala and Luca Soccer Club. No goals so far. We're steering at a nil-nil draw. It's going to be the first booking of the game. Number 33, Shamil, booked for that reckless challenge. With that, we go in to the second drinks break of the evening. A chance for players to hydrate themselves. It's been tiring out there. We also saw how I-League teams struggled while playing against Gokulam Kerala at this particular venue. Heat, the humidity plays a major part, especially for teams visiting Gokulam from the north, in the likes of Punjab FC or say Real Kashmir, and even northeastern sides like Niroka, Shillong Lajong, or Trident Road Athletic Union, which is why in 2019 we saw matches being played under floodlights when the weather becomes much more forgiving. Even the Kolkata clubs have struggled a lot on this very particular venue, playing against Gokulam Kerala. And now with the ongoing global pandemic, all the league matches are being played at a single venue in a biosecure bubble. We will be hoping for better days ahead, and we will be hoping that the Hero I League and the Hero ISL gets back to their traditional home and away system. Currently, the world is facing a tough challenge in Omicron. Another surging ball in. Keeper punches it clear. It's been collected by Muhammad Rafi. Plays it to his defensive partner Abdul. Abdul spreading it out wide of a Shahid. Shahid takes it onto his right foot and delivers. The ball was too square. Mr. Ashish looks to be in a bit of a hurry. Maybe he's expecting his troops to attack more. Muscled away Abhishek. That was a solid challenge. He went for shoulder to shoulder. That's a high back pass for the goalkeeper to control. Nicely done by Jitu. Didn't have any other options. Can't touch it. I had to play it out. But that was quite a hard back pass for a goalkeeper to collect. As you can see, the defender immediately apologizing to Jitu. That could have been problems. Now Shahil managed to see the run of Arshad down the right. Arshad nicely marshaled. Safwan had an excellent game on the left hand side of FC Kerala's defense. Hero of the match for me this evening. Highly impressive with his defensive attributes and also with his attacking flares. Got a good cross on him, had the pace and power. And now Vishnu trying to break away. The second touch, attack too long, allowing the goalkeeper to take it into his grasp. A lack of combination among the players. Maybe it is the first game of the tournament and it will take time for the players to gel, to adjust to the coach's system. And once they do that, we will see a much better football as the league progresses. RAMCO Kerala Premier League still in its early stage. It is just game number 6. There's 24 matches in total to be played this month. And every game, the matches to be played mostly during weekend. A nice ball, sliding it along the floor. Good cut back and excellent defending. Just at the right place at the right time was Ranuf. He tried to steer it on goal, but Ranuf got in the way. Switching off the attacker, that was Joshua. Tried to divert it into the back of the net, but Ranuf stepping in just in time. And courtesy, heroics from the centre back, keeping Joshua at bay. Corner floated in. Easy take for the goalkeeper, Jitu. And a quick release. And now accelerating from the left flank is Abhishek. A back touch, a back heel falling into the path of Jibin. Pass coming off, Luca Soccer Club player. Seeping the gap close very quickly. Number 17, Ashwin. Now both the players are down, in fact. Make sure you stay tuned to Sportscast India. We will be back with the second game of the day. That is in the Scoreline Kerala Women's League. Currently the game going on is between Gokulam Kerala and Kadathanad Raja Football Academy, with Gokulam Kerala leading. A win will take them to 24 points. And now the battle in the Kerala Women's League is mostly for the second spot. Which team finishes second? It's going to be between two teams, Travancore Royals and Don Bosco Football Academy. Lots of footballing action coming your way only on Sportscast India's YouTube channel. The catch line of Sportscast India: no talent gets unnoticed through their platform. And that is the motive behind streaming all the matches live and exclusive, so that new talents, they get recognition. Also makes it slightly easier on the scouts, refraining them from traveling. You can see the matches while sitting at your drawing room. And now rolls it down the line. A nice sliding challenge coming in. That was Akhil. Trying to hurry things up. Junain. Junain. He was just brushed off the ball, the number 22. So 6 minutes of regulation time left. No goals between FC Kerala and Luca Soccer Club. A pull down, Bibin. Still waiting for that one opening, FC Kerala. They have had few set pieces coming their way, and not been able to utilize those set pieces and convert them into goals. This time he will look to change it this time around. Just rising above the defender. took support from Shahil while he went up to win the header. That was the incident. Took help of the centre back. That was the defender Ranuf going up for the ball. Lots of short passes being promoted by Luca Soccer Club. An interesting run. This time the flag has stayed down. There's 3 yellow shirts arriving inside the box. Cross comes in. Chance to shoot on the half turn, and once again a block coming in from Ranuf. He's been the rock of Gibraltar for FC Kerala this evening. And an overzealous challenge. And booking. Yellow card coming out. That's looking serious. The player is rolling in agony. But what a chance that was. And FC Kerala Sagar Suman will be replacing Abhishek.
Substitution for FC Kerala. Jersey number 10, Abhishek, yes, is replaced by jersey number 20, Sagar Soman.
He brings the ball down. The ball just slipping under him. Safwan. That was Ashwin. And that was the biting challenge. Oh, very, very nasty. Straight onto his studs. So 3 minutes of regulation time left in this this game. There's been a one-way traffic. Luca Soccer Club creating plenty of chances for themselves. Failed to convert. Sahil. They only got themselves to blame. 3 points were up for the taking. Lucas Soccer Club certainly are not going to be happy with a draw this evening, given the brand of football they have displayed on the pitch. The only time Lucas Soccer Club and FC Kerala rather looked threatening when they pressed high. Another great ball. A couple of players in the box for support. Trying to sort his feet out. Takes a tumble. No foul given. Sahil shifting in field with inverted run, picks out a great pass, comes back inside, trying to sell one dummy, but the number 14 Jibin was standing like a rock in the way, trying to trigger a counter. That was a long ball for Bibin to chase, just asking too much of the number 11. Weight on the pass was too much. Mostly using the left channel to attack. Another channel ball. This time the goalkeeper saw the danger. And now marauding into the box, goes down. Nothing doing, says the ref. Now holding up play. Wide on the far left, trying to win a corner. But in fact, it's a goal kick for FC Kerala. A very neat and tidy defending. The moment the number 17, Ashwin, is getting on the ball, a couple of red shirts doubling him up. And now we are into the added minutes. Launched long towards Bibin, a defender winning it quite comfortably. He was without under pressure as well. Neeraj. Cross from deep into the box. The ball is still bobbing in between a couple of defenders in yellow, nodding it back to their goalkeeper. Nicely done there. Mohammad Rafi. Just playing it among themselves. Searching for an opening. Luca Soccer Club. Not much time left on the clock. Moves it out wide to the left. Turns it onto his right foot. The cross is cleared away by Bibin. And now Neeraj will look to add few yards. But stepping in is the number 20, Sagar. Bibin. Look how deep he's dropping to recover the ball. Bibin. Jibin. Oh, that's a fine through ball. The flag is up. He's offside. Rafid. No, mistiming his run. Sahel. Mohammad Rafid. Seems like Luca Soccer Club, they have accepted the result. In the back of their mind, they might be thinking that a point not bad from the opening game. That's the end of the game between FC Kerala and Luca Soccer Club. Ends in a stalemate. Both the teams sharing spoils. And the second draw in Group A. The other day we saw the game between LTS International and FC Code ending in a 2-all draw. The second time it has been a draw in Group A. This time between FC Kerala and Luca Soccer Club. So ASAT continues to be at the top of the table with 3 points. That's it from EMS Stadium for the day. I hope you've enjoyed the live coverage of the RAMCO Kerala Premier League. Goodbye for now.
RAMCO കേരള പ്രീമിയർ ലീഗ് 2022 നാളത്തെ മത്സരം EIFAയും റിയൽ മലബാർ FCയും തമ്മിൽ. നാളെ വൈകിട്ട് RAMCO കേരള പ്രീമിയർ ലീഗിൽ റിയൽ മലബാർ FC EIFAയെ നേരിടുന്നു. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നന്ദി.